there once again, it's Dean Kurtz on Dino's Rock Talk. Today we are going to talk about the album that starts with Really Don't Mind If You Sit This One Out. Jethro Tull, Thick as a Brick. An incredibly done one piece, even though it's part one and part two because it was done on a record where you had to turn it over. One long, amazing song by Ian Anderson and the bunch of guys that he had with him that are such a good musical group. Man, you don't get much better musicianship than these guys. And he did this as a joke on albums like, well, this is just like Tommy, that had this story and it was this rock opera, and he made fun of that. I had no clue at the time because I was young and I just thought it was one of the greatest songs ever made, but read about it later when I got a little older. Anyway, it was so good live. If you saw that concert back then, they were incredible. You had good old Ian Anderson on his flute, acoustic guitar, singing, and the main writer and everything about the group that put it all together. Martin Barre, amazing guitarist that filled in with great licks, great chording, power chording. You had John Evan on keyboards, who is another fantastic musician. Jeffrey Hammond, who we call Jeffrey Hammond because he was Ian, and he was just quirky. So you had him on bass. And you had Barrymore Barlow, one of the best drummers, one of my favorite top 5 drummers ever. Incredible drummer who could change time signatures in a whim and do so many fills that are just so incredible. And they called him Barry Moore. His real name was Barry Barlow, but he was Moore. He was an incredible drummer. And you had this great band, and I got to see him back then do this in concert. And that makes it even better when you see it live and how good they can pull it off live. And good old Ian, you know, he's going to stand there with his leg up, playing his flute, one-legged, looks like a pirate, and can really play that thing. And his acoustic playing is pretty incredible too. So you had this great album, and I just love the thing to death. And it's so many songs, one song. What can you say? If you've heard this album, you know what I'm talking about. It's just one of the top albums of that early 70s genre that was just them. Nobody sounded like Tull. One of a kind. What a great one. This is Dean Kurtz, Dino's Rock Talk.